Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and Arsenal have thrashed Real Madrid 3-0 at the Emirates in the first leg of the quarterfinals of the Champions League. And my smile tells you everything that I am an Arsenal fan. I've been supporting Arsenal for almost 20 years now, and like this is probably the best night I have for me as an Arsenal fan. Like the best, the last time I felt something so something like that would have been that Arshavin goal against Barcelona. After that, the heartbreak that Arsenal fans have we have gone through over the last few years, the Barcelonas, the Bayern Munich's thrashing, the 6-0, the 5-1, everything that we have faced in Europe, then to go back to the Europa League and to face all those teams, and now to come back and to basically outplay Real Madrid. There's nobody out there who can say that we got lucky or it was a fluke or whatnot. I mean, we basically literally, like, Real Madrid did not have an answer to what we were doing, and they were really lucky. Everybody's gonna talk about how good Arsenal were because we were, how good Rice's goals were. I'm gonna come to all of that, but I think if you could really sum up, and I mean, one special performance, if we really have to talk about it, has to be Thibaut Courtois. I mean, the game that guy had, he conceded 3 goals, that is the one thing, but the amount of saves that he made, I mean, he made sure that Real Madrid don't get embarrassed. It could easily have been 7 or 8-0 if Courtois did not have a game like the one he had. He was so good. He made sure that Arsenal don't score as many goals as they could have, because Arsenal just took Real Madrid apart. I mean, they really did not have an answer from defense. So like the fact that Rodrigo and Vinicius Junior, I mean, they did not have zero shots on target. Every single, no attempts made by them. Both Julian Timber and Martin Lewis Skelly. I mean, Martin Lewis Skelly, this just young kid, the way he plays against Real Madrid of all teams in the Champions League quarterfinal, I mean, is spectacular. Simply spectacular. I mean, so many good performances from Arsenal. Thomas Partey, I mean, what a game he had. I know all the applaudis are going to go towards Declan Rice because of the goals that he scored, and of course you need to give all the applaudis to Declan Rice, but Thomas Partey was amazing, was sensational in the middle of the park. Then you have to talk about Bukayo Saka. I mean, and I keep on saying this, and I've said this before, I will say it again. For me, there are only three, there's two right wingers in the moment in the world that are at the top level, and it is Mohamed Salah and Bukayo Saka. There is nobody who comes close to these two players in that right wing position. I was saying on social media and everywhere, Real Madrid fans comparing Rodrigo to Bukayo Saka. I mean, it baffles my mind sometimes when people say stuff like this. I mean, Saka is miles above Rodrigo. As I said before, for me, it's like just Salah and Saka. I don't think any right winger comes close to these two at the moment in the world of football. They're simply spectacular. I mean, and the fact that he was not fully fit, he was basically 25-30% fit, and the way that he played, the moments he created, the performance that he gave tonight, I mean, it is simply sensational. And then of course Declan Rice. I mean, those goals, you cannot these are the type of things that you cannot really envision as well. You cannot really even think it. The guy has not scored a goal he has never scored a free kick goal, and then to score goals like that, the first one, I mean, the way the ball curls, you cannot. And then 12 minutes later, then the bend, I mean, it was simply spectacular, out of this world from Declan. He has two amazing goals, and then Mikel Merino from Luis Kelly's assist, again first time finish from Mikel Merino as well. It becomes a 3-0, and as I said before, it could easily have been 4-0, 5-0. Real Madrid, they really were not in that game. I think they had a 5 to 10 minute periods in the middle of the first half. Apart from that, it was all Arsenal. This is literally a performance of, you can say, of a lifetime sort of. You don't see these type of performances that often from your teams, especially against a team like Real Madrid. It is a special night for all Arsenal fans, for the players and everybody, the way that they played. And of course, and I keep and we are all happy, everybody's excited, everybody's overjoyed. But then and I loved, what the special thing that I really loved was the interviews after, whether it was David Raya, whether it was Declan Rice, whether it was Mikel Arteta, whether it was William Saliba, all of them, that they said the same thing, that it is just half time. This is the sort of mentality that you need when you want to win this big competition, because I keep on saying this is Real Madrid and this is Champions League. You really don't know what they can do. Or when we go to the Bernabeu, they could literally, end our dreams, and they can thrash us, a 4-0 or something like that, and we could be, here sitting next week. I might be here sitting and my face would be dropping. I would not be believe that something like that has happened. But I really don't think it is going to happen, to be very honest with you, because of how good we have been defensively and whatnot. So yeah, I'm really, really happy. Real Madrid, I mean, the questions need to be asked. It was such a below par performance. I know Arsenal were really, really good, but Madrid were toothless in the attack. They barely created anything. I think and this is the weird thing. You could say that you cannot even say like that the occasion got to them, because you have these world class players who have done it all, who have played in big games. I mean, you have players like Mbappe who won the World Cup. You have this Real Madrid squad who are the champions or the title holders. It's nothing new for them. You cannot even say that the atmosphere got to them. The Real Madrid have been a hit and miss this season. I said it in the build-up in the prediction video, as I said as well. I said there are games when Real Madrid just go off the of the limit, and this is was one of those games. Nothing worked for them. They just looked lost, and I think after that first goal, the reactions of the players, their heads went, and after that they never really recovered. And 10 minutes later, when we scored the second goal, I think that was done and dusted. You look at the way that they played the game, it never really looked like that they were confident even enough to think that they are going to beat Arsenal, which is a mind-blowing to me that a Real Madrid team is thinking like that they cannot defeat Arsenal. It never felt like they never went for a 50-50. It always, whenever there was a chance to between two teams, it always looked like Arsenal were gonna be the one who are gonna who showed more effort, who showed more heart, who fought more instead of the Real Madrid players. And you saw the result as well. Arsenal was simply sensational, and Real Madrid were really, really poor. I'm gonna say it again, even though Arsenal were really good, Real Madrid's own performance was let alone bad. It was quite it was really, really worse, to be very honest with you. And I think the questions, of course, are going to be asked, and the fact that they are 4 points behind Barcelona in La Liga. Their main question is basically now the Champions League. You would assume that they would want to win the Champions League. They would at least would want to remain in this in the competition as long as possible, until it becomes sure whether they are going to win the league or not. So this is a big setback for Real Madrid, and Ancelotti has a lot of work to do for the next week. And for the second leg, it is going to be a massive game at the Bernabeu. The pressure is gonna be on Real Madrid, because they need to overturn a 3-goal deficit. This is this is the problem with conceding 3 goals. With 2-0, you sometimes there is hope that you can go ahead and score 3 goals in a game and without conceding. But now 3 goals, and you need to score 4, and then you need to hope that the other team does not score another goal as well. And to make matters worse for Madrid, they already have so many injuries. They already have so many players out, and then Camavinga goes and does stupid things and gets a red card as well. I mean, it is the irony of if when all the things go right for you, no team in Europe, no team in world of football has suffered more than Arsenal when kicking the ball away and getting a red card, and for Camavinga to go ahead and get a red card like that. I mean, it felt like everything that Arsenal fans wanted, it happened tonight. So it was a really, really great night for Arsenal. Amazing performance. I really don't think anybody can question it, that we deserve to win that game. And I think that second leg is going to be really, really interesting. I'll be very honest. I really don't think, and I don't want to say big words, or I don't want to jinx it and whatnot. But I really don't think that Real Madrid are going to make a comeback. But again, it is football. Anything can happen. But I really don't think. I think Arsenal are in the semi-final. I think the tie is done and dusted. But we'll see what happens in the next leg. So yeah, that's from me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of Arsenal's performance, what you guys thought of Madrid's performance as well. And do you think Real Madrid have a chance, or do you think it is done and dusted and Arsenal are going to be in the semi-final? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well. Click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of this year. So please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.